Hey everyone, how are you all today? I hope you're all well. Look at me, I'm sitting on my little throne today. I feel like the Queen. My loyal subjects, what are you all up to today? I am not in the garden and nor is Philip. It's a really grotty, grim, horrid day in London again today. The wind is lashing, the rain is lashing. It's not a day for being on the soil. So I've retreated inside. I'm pottering about doing all those jobs I've been putting off for ages and ages, but I just thought I'd have a quick little break with you guys and a cup of tea. Do you like my cuppa? Look at that. It's perfect, isn't it? So I'm on annual leave at the moment. I'm going to have a slurp, excuse me. Oh, that's lovely, peppermint. I'm on annual leave. Now, it's been a bit different this time. So normally when I'm on annual leave, I spend the first couple of days, as I'm sure is true for most of you who are working flat out all the time. First couple of days I spend washing my uniforms, doing all the other laundry, opening all the unread mail that piles up on the side in the kitchen, dealing with emails, trying to phone friends and catch up, trying to let the family know I'm still alive and I still exist. It's just 2 days flat out just trying to catch up with everything I haven't done while I've been at work because I'm too tired all the time or I'm at work. And then usually I go off for sort of 2 or 3 days to visit with my great aunt to sort out her cares, which I adore her, but she's very, very stubborn, so 3 days with her is a joy, but it's also exhausting. Then I get back to London, hopefully have a couple of days on the plot, and before I know it I've got 1 day of annual leave left, and it's usually a cookathon all day in the kitchen making up vats and vats and vats of soup, different chilies, different curries, portioning everything up, getting it in the freezer, and then they serve as, what would you call it, a ready meal, if you like, for when I go back to work. So this week off of annual leave, I just feel like I'm against the clock the whole time. When I'm at work, I'm against the clock. When I'm on annual leave, I'm against the clock. And it's crazy. And, you know, I think there's a lot of you out there who will get that, especially those of you with small kids and you're continually running around after them. Or like me, if you've got elderly relatives that you're caring for as well. Another slurp. This annual leave that I'm having now has felt different. There's light at the end of the tunnel, basically. So there are things which I thought I needed to get done in the last couple of days, next couple of days. But I thought, actually, no, it can wait. It can wait till May when I finished work. The relief of knowing that I can put something off. I don't like putting things off, but the relief of being able to put something off and actually do something more pleasurable instead, so when the sun's shining, spend time on the plot, has been huge. But then it got me to thinking, when I finish at the end of April, how am I going to feel about each day? Am I going to feel at the beginning like I'm just on holiday? I haven't actually had a holiday as in a week off where I go away somewhere and forget everything for a week. I haven't done that for about it's getting on for 10 years now. This summer, for the first time in 10 years, I'm actually going away. My sister, for my birthday present, is taking me. We're going to bum around on the trains in France for a week, head south, just see where the adventure takes us. Oh, and maybe I'll find some seeds while I'm there, which would be great. But in general, back to finishing work, and I've spoken to quite a few people who've retired or who finish work early, and they have warned me that it's quite a period of adjustment. I don't want to have a holiday head for a year, by no means. I don't want to just drift and daydream sort of without purpose. I don't think that would be possible with me anyway, because I'm quite an organised, structured person. I like structure and discipline. So I think what I'll do in May, certainly, is I think I will, those first couple of weeks in May, I will treat it as holiday, just sort of rest, come up for air, and just let all the thoughts permeate, allow myself to reflect on the last few years, allow myself to be sad at leaving work, allow myself to be scared at the coming year. But I'm going to put a time constraint on myself. No wallowing, Vivi. Excuse me. So then I got to thinking once, okay, let's say I have a couple of weeks where I just drift and meander. What am I going to do in terms of structure going forwards? So I started to think about, in the coming year, right, I'm a list maker. That's probably obvious from, you know, you've seen notes for the garden, what have you. I think a lot of us are list makers in you know, we all make different kinds of lists, shopping lists, favourite top 10 music lists, whatever it is, but I'm a real obsessive list maker. So much so that when I have a day off, I almost have sort of, how to put it, I almost sort of structure my day by the hour because I'm just trying to get everything done. I don't want to be that time-bound or that structured when I finish work that I'm literally going to myself, well, I've got an hour to do this and an hour to make phone calls, an hour to do emails. When I do these lists, they usually start off with the must-dos, need to, would like to. Would like to at the bottom is read a book. That doesn't happen. The must-dos at the top are things like make hospital appointment, make dentist appointment, pay bills, boring. So I was thinking, do I have any must-dos this year? Well, actually, I kind of do. I must do the garden, because if I don't do the garden, I'm not going to have the food. I must cook, I must spend time storing my produce, because again, I won't have anything to eat over the winter if I don't. And then there are the want-tos. I want to sew again. I haven't sewn much in years. I used to make all my own clothes. Really want to get back into dressmaking. I'm making my bunting. I want to read more. I really, really want to write more. I love to write. I can't even explain how much I love to write and just letting words come out. So what do? Do I say Mondays for gardening, Tuesdays for the kitchen, Wednesdays for sewing, Thursdays for writing? Or do I say 2 hours in the morning for the garden, 2 hours for cooking, 2 hours for sewing? The bottom line is, the weather is going to dictate to some degree. The time of year will dictate. So for instance, now we are at the height of spring, the height of the sewing season. That's going to be reflected in the videos that come out over the next few weeks. They're going to be predominantly to do with the garden. Someone was asking me, am I going to do cooking videos? Absolutely, but that will come once the produce is in. Got a mouthful of tea bag then. So I think the way my thinking is going is being a little bit of a polymath. Not a polymath in the sense of learned, but a polymath as in all sorts of different interests. I want to be able to do everything. I want it all. But sometimes I'll have to prioritise because there'll be lots of things I want to do all at the same time. And there'll be other days where I think, don't know what to do, I'm bored. We just have to see how it goes. It'll also be quite interesting to have a weekend because I literally got my first job when I was 14. I worked every Saturday and half days on Sunday in our local sweet shop. And ever since the age of 14, I haven't stopped working. I have never, ever had weekends off work. Every job I've done has involved working at weekends. So I was thinking, well, maybe the Monday to Friday I can have all the garden, cooking, sewing, writing, And then have like a weekend, like most people do, of being able to visit with friends, go out exploring London. I mean, what a great city to live in, to explore. And then maybe what I can do is on a Sunday afternoon think, okay, what does the week ahead look like weather-wise? What do I need to do in the garden? What book would I like to read? And just have a little mini plan for the week ahead. But be flexible and maybe say, actually, the sun's up, the garden's fine, I'm going to sit and do nothing. I can't imagine sitting and doing nothing. Well, cheers everyone. Cheers to occasionally doing nothing. Now, I've sat here for long enough and I'm getting paranoid thinking about all the things I'm supposed to be doing today. More laundry. So for now, I'll say cheerio. Have a great day, whatever you're getting up to. Enjoy yourselves, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye for now.